That less than 24 hours later, Dennis was back on the court playing Utah, matched up against who else than the guy he would defeat in both the 98 NBA Finals and Bash at the Beach 98.
Hogan covers, 1, 2, 3! Hogan and Rodman win!
As for Rodman and Carmen Electra, well, they would marry less than a year later during another alcohol-fueled bender in Vegas. And according to Rodman, the marriage lasted,
I don't know, 10, 15 days.
Wait a minute, what?
but it was Rodman's wedding in 1996 that had the entire world talking.
It's a publicity stunt.
It is not.
Yeah, that's Dennis in a wedding gown which he wore to celebrate the release of his memoir. At the time, ESPN's Keith Olbermann called the stunt,
"It is one of the great self-merchandising performances of the 20th century."
In the memoir, which included a nude photo of Rodman's backside on where else? The backside of the book, covered a lot of topics that many considered taboo at the time.
Well,
Nice crack, huh?
Dennis wrote about cross-dressing and experimenting with makeup and women's jewelry, leaving many to wonder about the NBA greats' sexuality. Even Oprah Winfrey couldn't resist.
Are you bisexual?
No.
You're not bisexual?
No.
But that's not what fans were told when Rodzilla, or should we now say Bridezilla, arrived in a white, horse-drawn carriage for his New York book signing, admitting that he was not only in fact bisexual, but he was marrying himself.
Little did I know this is gonna blow up. They shut down Fifth Avenue.
It wasn't until years later Rodman admitted the wedding gown, the announcement of sexuality, and the marriage to himself, which technically isn't really even legal. It was all a publicity stunt.
I was in a hotel. I said, what should I do? What should I wear? So I just came with this thing and said, how about I just wear a wedding dress and I marry myself? It just came out like that. They said, oh, that's great. That'd be awesome. Next thing you know, they got my phone, start calling all these designers and this.
The stunt, well, it worked, as all the international media coverage helped keep Rodman's memoir on the New York Times bestseller list for an incredible 4 straight months. The Worm was clearly a pro when it came to self-promotion through the media, which might explain why fellow media maestro and future president of the United States, Donald Trump, took a liking to Rodman. And in 2013, Trump asked Rodman to appear on his hit reality show, Celebrity Apprentice, where he lit up the screen in typical Dennis fashion with plenty of memorable moments.
I was born in Russia, Moscow.
Oh, I love Russian girls.
But what Apprentice fans really remember most was his sudden exit from the show following an embarrassing incident involving the future First Lady.
It's all over the place and nobody even noticed. Amazing.
How do you spell Melania?
Rodman was overseeing an ad campaign for Melania Trump's new skincare line. And, well,
I'm seeing a spelling that I don't recognize for her name.
Wow.
There is a problem. Her name was spelled incorrectly.
Donald Trump